talking about the process of the nominating or endorsement process at the IVI IPO. I have a call from John. John, pull John.
Yes. Hello.
Okay, go right ahead, John.
Yes, I was at the IVI IPO meeting. I've been there before several times. And what I witnessed, like before, Dorothy Brown supporters are there. They're disruptive. They're totally out of control. The meeting was out of control because of her supporters. It's not the first time. And I met Mr. Kendall. I guess he was a board member at IVIPO. He was totally attacked. They needed security in there, and the meeting got so out of control due to her supporters that they had to just end the meeting in regards to supporting endorsing any mayoral candidate. So
well, let me ask you this, John. Let me ask you this, and I'm just asking the question. So if he is indeed supporting a candidate, and I'm talking about Mr. Kendall, and I don't know anything about him, was it on the up and up to have Mr. Kendall, if he's a board member, handling the cards and that sort of thing? And isn't it okay for people to vocalize when they think that something has been sullied, when a process has been sullied?
I didn't see that. I don't know who he's supporting or anything like that. I have been to meetings because I'm a member.
Okay.
And I didn't see that. I saw another gentleman counting. Paul, I don't know his name. He was counting, and there was a lady counting, and they just got totally out of control. The supporters of Ms. Brown were just livid at these people, and to the point where the meeting had to stop.
Okay,
and
so did you want to respond to that?
Yeah, they became livid because of the process, they were sitting there the whole time. They witnessed people bringing in and switching cards out, giving people the yellow cards to vote, and they were not there for all three candidates. They knew that my person was the next person to be called on and had not been called on. Also, they saw that there were some people that they asked for a recount because of the fact that looked like some people had been double counted, and it was very confused count, and they asked for a recount, and the actual policy says that when one member, a paid member, asks for a recount, the recount is supposed to be done. And the counter told the president, I did it right, and he just went with him. Well, that's when they got livid because they disrespected them and would not do a recount.
So let me ask John, how often have you been a part of these type of endorsement sessions? I mean, how many of these have you been to, John?
I've been through the years. I've been through probably 15, 20 of them.
Well, that's a lot. So you're.
I didn't see that.
Okay,
I didn't see that. What I saw was they weren't satisfied with the count. I seen them ask for a recount, but the recount seemed to me that it was legitimate, and they weren't satisfied with what the numbers were.
They didn't do a recount.
And when, excuse me, I listened to you. Could you listen to me?
Yes.
I was in the room, and what I saw was they weren't satisfied with the numbers, and the counter counted again, and then it got so bad. I didn't see Kendall saying he went to endorse or he's trying to block anybody. He said, this is out of control, and the board got together and said, we're not going to endorse anyone. But it was too much mayhem by your supporters, and I've seen them do this before several times. I'm surprised they didn't call for the police to just end the meeting or lock somebody up. It was out of control.
Well, John, thank you.
Correct that again. You heard them do that before.
But
several times.
I'm going to give you the last on this, Dorothy, because the reason why I brought you on is because I am making it my life's work now to make sure that everybody that wants to run for office can run for office without being bullied or without, rather it be through the petition challenges and that sort of thing. We are supposed to be a progressive city, and we're not acting in a progressive way.
Yes, it's a democratic process, and I'm just asking for fairness. My people rightly so asked for a recount. John, it's unfortunate you were not really privy to a lot of things that were happening in the room. But they felt very disrespected, and and that is the only reason why they raise the issues that day. But the important thing is about fairness, and fairness to me goes to what we're talking about as it relates to economic development in this city. The real issue really is the fact that the south side and the west side of the city of Chicago has been neglected from an economic development standpoint. Our children are not being properly educated, and we have this crime that's pushing us out of our own communities, and it all works together. And it's important that we have a mayor that has my background, my experience, and the heart to stand up and be the mayor for all of the city of Chicago. That's what my campaign is all about.
What about this one,
Hope
real
for all
quick?
Chicago.
What about this? Should gun offenders do more time?
I said that in some cases it probably is the case, but what I call for in my particular answer to that is strengthening the federal and state background check laws as it relates to people that with drug abuse and mental health issues, conducting background checks on private sales, providing sufficient law enforcement to conduct providing law enforcement with sufficient time to conduct background checks before you let someone have a gun. I even say that when someone is let's say an order of protection is put against them or something, or they get fired from the job and is being very disruptive,
right.
that you should be able to let law enforcement know, and those individuals should not be able to go and get a gun.
And let's not be repeat gun offenders. Thank you so much, Dorothy Brown. Merry Christmas, of course.
Merry Christmas. Happy New Year
to you.
Happy Kwanzaa.
And Happy Kwanzaa. Thank you so much.
Happy
for
Three Kings
coming
Day.
In.
That's coming up.
Oh my goodness, you know them. All right. So when we come back, we'll be talking to Jackie Algie. We're going to be talking about the National Women's March and this nonsense and these ugly rumors about Minister Farrakhan and all of that. So stay with us. We'll be right back.